Yo, what's up boys, and welcome back to yet another video brought to you by G2A.com. Use the link at the top of the description and use code SIDE for 3% cashback for some cheap games. Anyway, what am I bringing you guys today? As you'll see from the title, this is Fortnite Battle Royale, which just out of the blue, I guess, came out 4 hours ago. And before you get angry and say the developers aren't focusing on the core PvE game, apparently, it was a completely different team working on this. But as you would have seen from the title also, it's literally just PLAYERUNKNOWN'S BATTLEGROUNDS with base building. And I'm going to be showing you guys some decent gameplay in this video. I've played about 10 or so games. I'm going to tell you what I think about it and also talk about the game mode as a whole. Because although it is, at the end of the day, or it wouldn't exist without PLAYERUNKNOWN'S BATTLEGROUNDS, H1Z1 and Arma 2 Battle Royale, it is still bringing some unique things into the genre of Battle Royale, since of course it isn't just some quickly made piece of shit game Fortnite. Although I don't like it, I've never played the PvE game mode. It does have a lot of weapons in it. The core game makes sense. It's a fun grind, I've heard from people, and it just looks pretty good. It's got a cool art style and it runs pretty good. So yeah, it's bringing some unique things into the genre, which I'll talk about in a second. For some reason I love it when these new Battle Royale games come out. There's been a bunch. I played like a melee Battle Royale a while ago, which came and gone very quickly. There was the Unturned Battle Royale. There's just pretty much a Battle Royale in every single game. So although this game's only been out for a few months, and some people will be angry because of the thing I said before, I don't know. It's at least bringing me to the game. And of course, as always, if you guys want to see some more of this, then let me know. I'm going to give you guys a rating right now, how I feel about it out of 10. But it's pretty much like a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. I'd probably give it a bigger rating if it was original, but it's not. And I also despise the gunplay in this game. There's no way to go from third person to first person. Headshots are definitely key. You'll see in the last game, which I got some really, really good kills in it. But in terms of weapon variation, you do have quite a lot of things just because the core game does have it. So you've got different tiers of weapons in terms of rarity. Honestly, not gonna lie, don't know how rarity works, but you've got like, you know, green, blue, purple, orange, just like you would have in any like MMO kind of game or Borderlands, something like that. And then you've also got semi-auto rifle, fully auto rifle, kind of. It shoots pretty slowly. You've got an RPG, grenade launcher, you've got a semi-auto shotgun, you've got a pump action shotgun, you've got a semi-auto pistol, a normal pistol, and I'm probably missing a few other things right there, but the point is, there's quite a lot of variation going on. Also, sniper rifles. Yes, there is a sniper rifle in the game, and in my opinion, it's fucking overpowered. Unless I do to the end of this video, you'll see got a headshot. I'm not sure, but I didn't like it. It upset me. It's very odd. It's got a lot of bullet drop, but whatever, balance, right? So you start off the game in the battle bus, or as I like to call it, the bang bus, and it has this brilliant tune playing, as you'll hear right here. You can see the game's art style definitely coming out with a battle bus and being able to fly down on your gliders. You can actually change between gliding with your little glider and doing a free fall, which is unique-ish. Obviously, the biggest unique thing about this is the possibility of base building. If you do collect wood, metal from various buildings around the world, or if you just collect them from dead bodies, which I also don't like looting dead bodies because the loot just goes everywhere. You'll see what I mean in a second. It's very fidgety. But yeah, once you collect that stuff, you can then create little bases or just a forward little base to keep you covered from some dude in front of you, something like that. If you want, you can just build a base at the end of a zone and just camp in it. It's completely up to you, but of course, people are very easily going to be able to destroy those with RPGs, grenades, etc., etc. In my playing time, there wasn't really that many people who were making use of it, but I can definitely see that there is going to be some very, very big useful scenarios for this. And I think if the game does end up being pretty decent, which this is just like the alpha build right now, it's not officially out, but you can play it as long as you own Fortnite, so it is pretty much out. But I don't know, depending on how popular that ends up, maybe you could see some pretty cool competitive, or not competitive, but some good players on this making use of the base building. Obviously as well, although the world does have a lot of points of interest, which is one of my big musts for a Battle Royale game. It's one thing which I think H1Z1 lacks. It doesn't have that many points of interest. Battle Royale, or PLAYERUNKNOWN'S BATTLEGROUNDS, does have quite a lot, but I still feel like the map right now is kind of meh. It was made a long time ago, and I'm excited for a new desert map, but yeah, this is something missing from it. But this map does have a lot of points of interest, and you can destroy all of these. So if you want to go ahead and chop through a door or chop through a wall, you can do that. And also the possibility of dropping down traps, which you can find around the world as well, is there. So if you want to literally build a fort and build a bunch of traps and just completely cheese the fuck out of it, if you have grinded up the materials throughout the game, then there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Like I said, in my playtime, didn't see anyone use it and didn't get triggered by anyone's use of it. But I can definitely see why it would be annoying if someone is good at it. But since I've now played Fortnite, I wasn't really too used to the keybinds and all the stuff, like how that works. So I just kind of didn't really use the base building too much, other than smashing through things. But it is cool how you can destroy anything in the world if you do so desire. In terms of actual weaponry, you'll notice in the bottom right of that the way it works is essentially when you pick up, let's say if your inventory's full, a pistol, it'll replace the weapon which you've got out at the time. You can't get rid of your pickaxe. Yes, you can kill people with melee, but basically that's how that works. So even if you want to like pick up a bandage, it's going to replace your weapon. Again, I don't know why I give it a 6 or 7 out of 10, considering I've listed so many things I don't like, but I don't like that either. I think the main thing which just draws me in is the base building mixed with the Battle Royale stuff. But other than that, there is a lot of things I don't like about it. But it has done some other things right. For example, a lot of people complained on PUBG by not being able to see their kills throughout the game. You can do that on the top right. You can see how many kills you got. You can see how many players there are alive. And some other useful information like the minimap. That's pretty useful. The map is 7 by 7 kilometers, not including the water, or yeah, no, including the water, which means it's not really that big, which isn't a bad thing. I'd say overall, I think it's about half the size of PUBG's map. You can correct me if I'm wrong, go do the maths if you want and be a massive nerd. I think PUBG's map is 10 by 10, which obviously a lot of that is water as well. But 10 by 10 is significantly bigger than 7 by 7. In case you guys can't do the maths, that's 100 kilometers versus 100 kilometers squared versus 35 kilometers squared. Is that right? I think. Wait, no, that's that's 7 times 5. So that should be 49. So it's half as big. I said that, didn't I? I think I just said that. Yeah, it's half as big. I was right, guys. I'm a genius. There's no real easy way to traverse a map. If you want to use a vehicle, then you're shit out of luck. Other than the bang bus at the start, you can't do that shit. There is a few other unique things that I've got around the map, like these things which you can jump on. I didn't really ever use them, but you can use them if you want. I do like the sound design. It's very, very good. You can hear footsteps very easily, which I think is really important in a game like this. You don't want to be sneaked up on and just killed out of fucking nowhere. So, well, I wouldn't say it's very good. Sometimes when you're building, it's like a bit overpowering because it's so loud, so you're kind of confused as to where they are. But regardless, you can always clearly hear the footsteps. Whether you don't know where they are or not, I guess it's going to be a bit easier when you're out the building. But you can very easily hear footsteps, and you will notice in the last game, I'll show you guys, that I did even pre-fire this guy around the corner because I knew he was going to push me. Of course, what would a Battle Royale game be without armor? Starting off in Arma 2, didn't actually have any armor. But Arma 3, the second version of Battle Royale made by PLAYERUNKNOWN himself, was filled with helmets and vest pieces, and also clothes. Apparently can give you armor in Arma 3. I know it's confusing when I'm saying armor this many times, but essentially you find these magical potions, you drink them, and they give you some magical blue energy, and then it's like a shield. That's pretty much it. You kind of need this stuff, but the loot spawns, in my experience, were a bit unforgiving. And the problem with this system, although I'm sure it's probably on purpose, is if you kill someone who's really, really tanky, you don't get rewarded for that. You just kind of steal all of their tankiness and then still not tanky at all. So the reason I ended up getting one shot at the end, I'm sure, by the sniper, is because I didn't have any armor. And this guy at the end also, you will notice, or you'll see probably a few kills or a few deaths throughout this game. You do get to see where the killer was. You do get to see the amount of health and the amount of shield left as well, which I think is really neat. Something I kind of like from H1Z1, but at the same time I could see why you don't like it, because it gives you information you could share with your friends, which groups are not in this game right now, but the main menu do mention that groups will eventually be in. So, just going around, like 4v4 squads. There's 100 players per server, by the way, but you would have probably noticed that already from the player count. And being able to build bases in squads of 4, I think is going to be really, really cool. They're all very fast-paced games. Not going to lie, I never won one, so I don't know exactly how long they last. I think about 20 to 25 to 30 minutes, probably. But it just means like a really quick-paced base building, PvP, slaughterfest, really. And skill is definitely rewarded. I was not good for this gunplay because I played Fortnite PvE, but getting those headshots is going to inflict a lot of damage. Unfortunately, since there's no way to ADS, it is a lot of RNG. Even when you hold right click with one of the higher tier assault rifles, for example, you are going to have quite a lot of variation in where the bullets are going to land. You are also going to want to single tap the rifles as well from a long range, just as you would do in H1Z1. It's not so much about controlling some kind of predetermined recoil as it is just don't spray. It's not good. You're going to lose if you do it. That's why I lost every game, because I sprayed like a scared little man. And of course, with this being a Battle Royale game, as you guys will know from playing PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds, which if you haven't played already, go play it. When you're one of the last few alive, or even in just the most intense situations, this game does definitely get your heart pumping. And I really don't know how such a simple idea, in my opinion, which was brought to the wonderful world of Arma and then you know, H1C1, blah, 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 by PlayerUnknown, is so unique in its adrenaline pumping capabilities. This game mode is really the only one which can get my adrenaline pumping these days. I played CSS for years, CSGO for years, and even in the most intense situations in that, it never really got my heart pumping too much. But Battle Royale, no matter what game it's in, when you're in the last few, you know that you know, 1 in 10, which isn't really that unique, but you want to have the last few alive, and it just gets your heart pumping, and you just want to win that game. You want to get that chicken dinner. Like, you guys all know what I mean if you played any Battle Royale game, and I just can't think of any other game other than a Battle Royale variant in any game, whether it's Unturned or whatever else. I can't think of any other game with Battle Royale, but I know Miscreated is apparently going to be adding Battle Royale later on this year. And in case you're wondering, do I think every game needs Battle Royale in it? No, I don't think it does. And I do think Fortnite's a surprising game to be added for Fortnite, or for Battle Royale to be added into it. But I'm not going to complain about it. Like I said, it got me to play the game after getting a free copy from developers. And I thought it was pretty good. And it does something, like I said, at the end of the day, very, very unique. And some people might think, well, you don't really need base building in a game like this. And you know what? You are probably right. But like I said, with squads, duos, or even solos, I do think there's definitely some cool situations which are going to arise. Unfortunately, I did never win the game, like I mentioned already, but I can imagine when you are in the last few alive, like the last 5 alive, everyone is going to be using all of those all of resources they've accumulated throughout the game to build up some form of base. Unless you're bad at a game like me, in which case you won't. But I guess I don't really know what I'm talking about because I've never been in the top 5. That was almost fair. That's all matters, right? So like I said, this is completely free to anyone who currently owns Fortnite. I still don't think it's worth picking up Fortnite just for the game. It's not, or for Battle Royale, it's not a cheap game to pick up. It's not on Steam, so yes, you do need to go out your way to download the fucking Epic launcher, which is annoying. But if you do love Battle Royale and you do love base building, then honestly, maybe this brings the best of the things you enjoy in video games into one neat, quick-paced package. Like, who really knows? I like Rust a lot, but I don't like the fact that I need to spend every single waking moment to keep my base alive. This kind of brings the base building from Rust, along with traps and other cool stuff, and makes it fast-paced, where you can play just one game like that, 20 minutes or even like 2 minutes if you're bad, and just get it out the way. You don't need to sit there every single day and plan out all of that shit. So I don't know, you guys can let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Like I said, there's some people who are angry about it, thinking it's just not needed in the game, but I like it. I think it's okay. I know this isn't a sponsored video, although they did sponsor a lot of YouTubers to play that game. Fuck, I wish they sponsored me. Ah well. I will continue to follow the magical world of Battle Royale because it is now one of the biggest genres out there. H1Z1 accumulating 100,000 concurrents every single day, and Battle Royale obviously being now the #1 non-Valve game on Steam. And even if you ignore Valve games, or if you keep into account Valve games, it is the #2 game just behind Dota. And although the AFK bug, or AFK grinding, was now fixed, I don't see any reason for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds to continue past Dota. So yeah, the initial build of this, I like it a lot. Great map, decent size, decent gunplay. Fucking, it's okay. It's okay. And also I just swore there, guys. So you know I'm not a sellout because this video won't get monetized now because fucking YouTube, PewDiePie, you know? Haha. I love PewDiePie, but I mean, he stole all my money. Made me retire from YouTube. It's fucked up, man. And if you guys want to know more information about this game, there will be a link in the description below. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. I've made 2 videos in the past like 12 hours. And yes, I said I was retiring from YouTube, although no one will get this far. I'm mostly making these videos because, I don't know, they're just fun. It's not like the original like armor free grind I used to do. It's not for like pure monetary gain and pure full-time living kind of thing. It's just something I'm doing to fulfill my G2A contract right now, since I need to make 8 videos per month. I still will be focusing on streaming when I do move house later on this month, expected. So yeah, just a little heads up. I'm just making these videos because I want to. Okay, I made the PUBG video that you seen earlier on today at like 5 AM in the morning when the update came out. So you know, I'm not really. No, I'm just doing this for fun. Alright? Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. As always, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and all good stuff. If you guys leave a nice comment, I'll press the love button on it. If you leave a mean comment, I'll press the delete button on it. And it'll upset me. And I'll see you guys next time. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section below. Maybe I'm delusional. I'm probably not going to play it anymore unless Squads comes out. But, yeah, it's okay.